So I have a bit of a Selah message today. Pause and think on that. Okay? So I've already prepared myself that you probably won't be going, hallelujah! Because it's going to make you think. And I was sharing with Brother Bruce this morning because finally, I got this all out. I was like, such a weight's off me. Because I fought God over it. Don't fight God. He always wins. If you ever noticed. 1 Peter 5. Because this is not a subject we like to talk about. All right? Ready? Yep. 1 Peter 5. And we're going to start in verse 5. Should know it well just by me saying that. Let's see what it says. It says, you younger men or people, likewise, be subject to your elders, and all of you, clothe yourselves with humility toward one another, for God is opposed to the proud, but gives grace to the humble. 6, therefore humble yourselves under the mighty hand of God, that he may exalt you at the proper time. So I've called this pride and humility. See, I told you it was a Selah message. See, no reaction at all. All right, I'm going to read that to you out of the Amplified. I've been doing this quite a bit lately. So I'm just going to read exactly the same verses again, but out of this one. Likewise, can I just have somebody bring up my water bottle from the back, please? Likewise, you who are younger and of lesser rank. So now we know who that means. What does it say? Thank you very much, sweetheart. Younger and of lesser rank. Yeah? Be subject to the elders, the ministers, and spiritual guides of the church, giving them due respect and yielding to their counsel. Clothe, apron yourselves, all of you, with humility as the garb of a servant, so that its covering cannot possibly be stripped from you, with freedom from pride and arrogance toward one another. For God sets himself against the proud, insolent, the overbearing, the disdainful, the presumptuous, the boastful, and he opposes, frustrates, and defeats them, but gives grace, favour, and blessing to the humble. I really like that. Therefore, 6, humble yourselves, demote, lower yourselves in your own estimation under the mighty hand of God, that in due time he may exalt you. Wow. Sometimes just, this is a paraphrase, remember? The Amplified. It can, bring out a lot of meaning to something. How good are we in bed before our feet have hit the floor? And we're thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be so holy today. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be kind. I'm going to be generous. I'm going to be loving. I'm going to be forgiving. I'm going to be, gracious. We haven't met anyone yet. How good are we? Yeah? Man, I pray in bed all the time before I get up. How about you? We can want to do what is right and still do what is wrong. Just read Romans 7 on the 2 natures. I want with all my being to please the Lord every day. That doesn't mean I do. It means I can get things wrong. How about we get along with everybody when nobody's home? Hey? When you're around the house by yourself, man, you get along with everyone. Yeah? And then someone turns up the door. I was in my craft room. I'm always in my craft room. I was in my craft room the other day. Poor kids. And it was pouring rain. And I was trying to do these baby cards I was telling you about. I've got about 10 done so far. Anyway, and I don't know why, but I nicked out for something. Oh, that's right. Brother Bruce came in to replace it with, who knows my sewing pedal only has stop and go. And off. And he was convinced that he could find a variable pedal, which means, it has a change. I'm like, oh, well, give it a go. Anyway, so he pulled it all apart. Anyway, cut a long story short, he was putting it back. No, he can't. It's a non-variable pedal. Anyway, and I walked out to get something. I come back in, and there's him in his boots, which I try to be okay about. And then there's 3 munchkins in all their wet boots. And I'm like, great. Hi. Oh, they just tell me put your pedal back. Yeah, that was wonderful. Let's go. Because I have to clean up all the water and the mud and everything. And in my craft room, that's a pretty no-go zone because there's materials and card stock and everything goes on the floor. Anyway, and then I was thinking about this. Aren't we good? Getting on with everybody and nobody's around. See? Right? And they're like, yes, Granny, yes, Granny. And, and I was so sad that night. I cried and cried because I thought I missed the opportunity to love them in that environment. I missed the opportunity to grow in them love with me in that environment. That's pride. That was just pride. We're fantastic when we are not confronted with anyone. So, it's necessary to learn more of the function of the flesh and the function of the spirit to understand yourself.